Welcome back to One and a Half White Guys, or more unsolicited white guy opinions on movies. I'm Nathan, your half white guy.
I'm Nick, your one white guy.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about comedy, movies, depending on
Let's just say the occult.
The occult. The occult. We're definitely into some different types of movies right now with the current state of Hollywood and everything. By the way, there'll be an announcement. Support the SAG reps and actors in their struggle, as well as the
Please
WGA.
do. Yes.
WGA. We're not doing a normal episode today, are we?
No, not really. No, today we are talking about something very recent.
Very recent. Still in theaters as of this moment.
Still in theaters. That is called Talk to Me.
That's
Me. Right. Starring Don Cheadle, directed by Cassie Lemons. Came out back in 2007 about a radio. Why are you laughing?
Oh my God.
We're doing A24's Talk to Me, which just came out just a couple weeks ago.
About a week and a half ago, it seems like. This is so A24 is distributing this. They are not the production company. This is a Australian company that produced it. Actually, we're linked with Causeway Films. I don't know if you know about them. They did the Babadook. Which is a phenomenal movie, except for the stock sound effects for the Babadook.
You mean where he sounds like the sharp tooth from The Land Before
Sharp
Time?
Tooth. But it's really interesting. This has been kind of a start of like really good Australian horror that's been coming out. Like we've had
wait till they remake Eight-Legged Freaks over there.
Oh hell yeah!
They won't even need CGI.
That's just real life in Australia. what they're dealing with.
The spiders just come out and just be like, what, you think this is just for fucking fun? This is a way of life.
It's a way of life. Let's formally introduce the movie Talk to Me. Released in 2022, actually. Came out in 2022 was when the premiered at the film festival.
The festival circuit,
at the major distribution 2023 this year, starring Joe Bird as Riley, Alexander Jensen as Jade, and Sophie Wilde is Mia. They're all relatively unknown and they're all young. So they don't have like a lot under them. The
only recognizable person is Miranda Otto in this.
Yeah.
As the mom.
Yeah. What has she been in?
She's Eowyn, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that would make sense that way she's filming in Australia then.
She was also that gargoyle gal in I, Frankenstein.
This is a modern take on the classic Ouija board story.
Sort of.
Yeah, I would say so.
This has a very unique, this has such a fun, thoughtful spin on like the whole like internet challenge kind of thing.
I think this is kind of like the classic tale of fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out
is
dude.
A good
way. They find out.
And do they fuck? And boy, do they find.
This kind of reminded me of that other movie, that Sarah Wayne Callies movie, The Other Side of the Door. Some lady tells her, if you take your kids' ashes and scatter them outside this like haunted door or something, you'll hear their spirit on the other side, but you cannot open the door.
What kind of fucking Pet Cemetery shit? Yeah. You first saw this movie, a couple days ago. What's your initial impressions so far?
I liked it. I had a good time. I went by myself with a packed house, and I may have laughed at points that weren't okay to laugh at.
You piece of shit.
I may have, I'm sorry, there's a certain very gory scene that just goes, I'm sorry, it went full Evil Dead for me.
It definitely has a lot of aspects.
There's some
Evil Dead to this.
There's some good gore in this, and I know it's supposed to be a very shocking, like, oh my God moment. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
But not because it was poorly done, but because it comes out of left field perfectly.
Yes.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, we talked again about how like comedy and horror are so linked because of absurdity, right? It's just a quickly absurdly violent scene out of nowhere. It's so absurdly violent. So I first saw this I think a week ago today, actually. So last Saturday, we were recording. And my first thoughts watching it were, I enjoyed a lot of aspects of it, but I was like, I think the first third is kind of weird. I think it's just in the pacing. The first third of the movie is a little bit all over the place. But rewatching it recently, like a couple of days ago, I actually really appreciated it more. Are we getting into the movie?
Yes.
But you know what? I think I hear something. I don't know. Do you hear it? We have an important news break, and this is the most recent Recent news, because of the WGA and SAG strike, many movies are being delayed, and that's unfortunate. But fortunately for the general population, Kraven the Hunter has been delayed to August 30th, 2024, letting us all live a little bit easier knowing that that's not approaching the big screen. I just thought that might be a...
You win this round, Spider-Man.
You win this round, Spider-Man.
I did know that. I was like, oh, he's going to be happy about this.
Yeah, I know. I wanted back to the story of Talk to Me, though.
Back to not Kraven the Hunter.
Okay. I want to say the reason this opens, remember, it opens because one of the people that's connected to this hand initially is looking for his brother at a party. Duggett. You remember Duggett? Yeah. And so this guy's looking for Duggett, and like he's stressed. He goes to this party. It's like, young kid's house party. Smashes the door down.
Finds his brother
catatonic a little bit, just kind of by himself. Not really.
He looks.
He's shirtless and he kind of bloody.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to audition for The Crow.
Yeah.
And so so he's trying to take him out of the house, and people start pulling their phones out and just filming him.
And this is important, I feel like.
And he just takes immediate offense to that. Who wouldn't, dude? Yeah. He's like, what are you fucking filming for?
Put your fucking phones away.
He looks horrible. Yeah. Like, why are you doing this? All of a sudden, brother just gets stabbed by Duggett.
Duggett, who is catatonic, stabs him in the shoulder.
He grabs a kitchen knife. He stabs his brother. Everybody at the party is just like
freaks out.
Shit, everybody's running away and everything.
Duggett eventually stabs himself in front of everyone.
It's a good little shock.
It's a great opening.
He just goes straight right in his forehead,
straight in
front of everybody.
Okay, and then we're at the memorial.
There's your cold open,
and then we're at the memorial.
Then we're at this bitch's dead mom, and she just goes. Mia is hurting very, very bad.
We're fine,
and
she doesn't. So there's no closure.
She has no real connection to her father. He might as well be just a roommate. Who tries to talk to her. She constantly ignores him. She just doesn't. Yeah, she's not interested in anything he has to say. It was her mom she was closest to.
She's hurt a lot by what happened, but unfortunately
because apparently her mom committed suicide.
That is the belief, committed suicide. But we kind of get questions with that later, and they're not quite sure. She's not quite sure, but because she doesn't have this closure, this kind of final way to move on, she's not processing this.
No, she bitches out on putting a poor kangaroo out of its misery.
Yeah, she goes and picks up Riley, played by Joe Bird.
Yeah, Riley is Jade's younger brother. And Jade is her BFF.
And then she's really close to the whole family. Jade forgot the memorial, and Jade also forgot to pick up Riley.
Jade kind of sucks.
He's not doing well in this movie so far.
Jade is not only a bad friend, she is a bad sibling.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, she's nothing but shit to poor Riley, honestly.
Well, for a lot of this, I do like kind of the redeeming quality she has a little bit later. Essentially, the whole crux of the movie is this. They find through social media, there's some friends they have from school doing this challenge with this plaster statue hand.
Yeah, the hand just kind of looks like this. It's all white.
Has some graffiti on it.
It's got a lot of graffiti on it, and it's what they say is that they got it off of like a psychic.
It's the actual arm of a psychic. It was a Satanist worshiper. The same thing. The same thing as you with a Ouija board. Oh, this was a Satanist. This was this. This is who. This is like that. It's that word of mouth. Larger than life thing kids do. It's storytelling.
Mm-hmm. They go to this party. Jade, Riley. And
Riley worms his way into this party as well because he's like, you gonna take me? And then Jade's like, nah, I'm not gonna take you. And then
I'll tell mom
you forgot about me.
You forgot to pick me up.
And fucking Mia had to do it and almost had to run over a kangaroo that was dying on the side of a road.
Yeah, bitch.
She can't put things out of its misery. She can't do it.
No, she is. Mia's hurting.
Mia's bad.
They go to a party run by these two chuckleheads.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who have the hand. And they're the kids that rule the school, essentially.
They're the cool kids.
They're the cool kids.
Shithead, like kind of like burnout type of characters.
Oh, yeah.
I like how Joss is like white people shit, man. I'll tell you. Because he's like native Australian. He's like more like native and stuff like that. He's like fucking white people shit. I'll tell you. I was like, okay,
You're the one with the fucking hand, bro.
What's your excuse? He's fully aware of what happened before. And
to duck it.
And he's still fucking around.
Disrespect. Disrespect.
See, this shows teenagers can be stupid. Not just white kids are fucking around with stupid, like, occult shit. Everyone can do it and be dumb.
Ice Cube once wisely said in 21 Jump Street, they're teenagers, man. They're really stupid.
They're really stupid. Oh, my God. In order to connect with the dead, what they do is they tie you to a chair. They put the hand in front of you. You have to grasp the hand.
No, first, you have to light a candle to open the door.
To open the door for the dead. Sitting in the chair, you grasp the hand and you say, talk to me. And you are suddenly holding the hand of a person.
Of a
ghost. It could be any ghost, really. It
could be any ghost.
Sitting across from you, looking at you.
It just so happens that these ghosts are very decomposed.
There's a lot of unique ghosts in this.
Yeah, these go. It scares the shit out of Mia, who does it for the first time. Mia's just like, I'll try it because she's, taking all the wrong risks.
She's taking all the wrong risks. I mean, I swear to God, the main theme is connection. And we'll go into that. But I think everything in this movie is trying to connect. Mia's trying to connect. The ghosts are trying to connect. Like, everyone's trying to connect.
Well, some of the ghosts have ulterior motives.
Anyway, Mia.
But these poor ghosts, man, like, as soon as you see them, they are more afraid of the humans around them just holding their phones out. Like, it's so perverse and invasive. The way, like, Mia just sits there and everybody just stands there and just holds their phone out. You're fucked.
They are allowed to be possessed for 90 seconds after you say, I let you in. After you see the ghost possesses you. They say you get 90 seconds to be possessed, and we have to stop it before then. And Mia asks what happens, and the whole, like, ooh, they don't really want to say it, but let's just open the door for what could happen.
Anything Fuck around and find out.
Anything could fucking happen. They're like, as long as you break it off before 90 seconds, that's the rules. Also, who fucking made these rules?
I don't know. Like, those two chuckleheads probably.
When I was in fucking high school and people were fucking around with Ouija boards and they're like, no, we have the rules. I go, what rules? I was like, are the ghosts okay with this? Are they like, oh yeah, I do have to follow. I do have to follow this. Fuck that. I have no idea what the rules are.
It's like when you turn the lights out and you run upstairs really fast. Yeah. The ghost just follows you. Just be like, oh, it's light up here. Yeah, turns around, goes away.
Can't go. So yeah, I think the main main themes is the connection and fucking exploitation. Mm-hmm. I think that
it's a very timely movie.
Yeah.
On just like the absurdity and irresponsibility that teenagers at the lengths that teenagers will go to just to get a high.
Yeah.
Essentially get a high and get just fuck teenagers.
Is what we're saying. If you are a teenager right now, fuck you. Because Mia gets possessed and they let it go for 90 seconds. She has like her trance. She says a lot of stuff. The ghost that's possessing her is making her say all kinds of stuff.
The makeup on them when they're possessed is cool.
Really good.
The makeup on the ghosts is great, by the way.
It's so quality.
They're chilling.
And they're all unique. They all look unique, which is really good.
Yeah.
And they are trying to, essentially what they have to do to get you away from the ghost, get the ghost out, they have to get you to stop grabbing the hand. They have to blow the candle out.
Yeah, shut the door,
disconnect you. And they cannot get the hand out of Mia's hand fast enough. It goes over 90 seconds. Mm-hmm. They said it ran a little bit over. It is somewhere between 93 and 98 seconds that this goes.
Yep.
And I feel like that is the tipping point of the whole movie. Because now my general belief, watching this a couple times, is I think they noticed her more so. And this is kind of why I bring up connection as the main point. I think the ghosts start to see that she's like them. She lacks connection. I think the ghosts are seeking connection. Mia is desperately seeking connection. She doesn't have a connection to a family. Even doesn't really have connection to these friends because these people aren't friends. The closest one she has is Jade and Riley.
Jade is all she has.
These
people talk shit to Mia's face.
They even say like this was the craziest possession we'd ever seen. Yeah, this is the best one yet. And I think it's because Mia is already lacking connection. Mm-hmm. And even
she's ripe for the taking, essentially.
And even the line, in order to let them, they have to say, I let you in. That's like a direct line of like, I want to connect with you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mia stays over at Jade's house. Riley's scared to sleep in his own room because
I would be.
He saw some real shit go down.
I would be. Possessed Mia is pretty creepy.
Possessed Mia was
she's really
yelling at her.
Sophie Wilde's amazing in this. She really is. The acting in this is great.
Yeah.
Everybody does a good job, even if I'm not a fan of the characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think you're supposed to find likability in most of these people.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to find things you dislike about them.
Yeah, I think you can pity a lot of them, especially Mia.
Mia's just vulnerable. It's so sad, but yeah.
She's vulnerable, but in the end, she just makes all the wrong choices. To someone who maybe has been there, to someone who's maybe been there, is there, to someone who has been there and gotten out, gotten the help they need and deserve. This is a gut punch, honestly.
It really,
she sells this utter sadness, dude.
And if you don't let yourself heal and like find the connection and find the, what the next day will eventually look like and stuff like that, you're kind of open to anything.
You're open to anything.
You're desperately trying to grab at anything.
Maybe even a psychic's amputated,
quote unquote, cut off hand. Yeah. And that's just like, that's the saddest part because you can see that like it's not going to lead anywhere good.
I saw it as an allegory for alcoholism, kind of.
Negative addictions.
You drown yourself in this this temporary endorphin rush.
Yeah.
And will it be nice in the moment? Yeah, but in the long run,
long-term consequences,
it is not effective.
Which is really interesting because when Riley ends up saying, can I sleep with you on the couch because he's so scared to sleep in his room alone.
Yeah, and Jade's like, get the fuck out of my room.
Yeah, and Jade doesn't want him there. He asked Mia, how does it feel? And this is an important line. She says, it was like something better. It was a rush. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It felt anything. And I was like, you're describing possession. You're describing this as possession. And I was like, this is not how I would think to describe what possession is like. I would say scary.
Reagan McNeil would beg to differ.
Oh my God. I was like, she's not. I was like, I don't think she would describe it
as... Do you know what I did with a crucifix?
A good time. It's not a good time. But the way she describes it is, she says, hey, it's like one of the best experiences I've ever had. Talk to me, Nick. What would you rate this movie?
I let you in.
What would we rate this movie?
Me?
Yeah.
This gets a good 78.
78, nice. I was like, I was thinking like maybe when I first saw it, like a 6.5 to a 7.5. I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 88, actually.
Oh, 88. You loved this.
I really enjoyed it the second time I watched it. I walked out of that theater, I was like, God, man, this is really good. 83. So, quick review, just a kind of stream of consciousness. I mean, this will be a shorter episode, but yeah, talk to me. 83.
Go see it.
Go see it while it's in theaters. It's 100% worth it. And
support these little horror films that have some terrific ideas to them.
Regardless, I think we can both say, 83. Go see this movie.
See it.
Absolutely.
But don't let any ghosts in.
Yeah, don't grab a hand.
Don't fuck in the occult, dude.
Stop fucking around with shit.
Let the dead lie, bro.
Thank you for watching and listening to this episode, this quick review episode of the 1.5 White Guys podcast. Be sure to follow us, rate and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcast from. And be sure to follow us on Instagram at 1.5 White Guys podcast or on TikTok at 1.5 White Guys.
And be sure to tell a friend to listen to the podcast where we say we're going to talk about a movie and then we kind of talk about a movie.
And we don't post any of those weird possession videos on our TikTok. You don't, right?
No.
Oh my God. All right, everyone. I will see you later. Bye. Who gives a fuck about movies?